It's always been Munich Re's aim or vision to adopt a forward-looking and responsible approach, and corporate responsibility is and will remain an integral part of Munich Re's group strategy. This project underlies our deep global commitment to sustainable environmental management. It's part of our corporate strategy to reach a goal of carbon emission reduction by 10% and carbon neutrality by 2015. But mostly, it was the right thing to do.
We've been talking about solar for quite a long time now, but more recently when the federal government and the local government got involved with a number of incentives that made it more financially advantageous for us, that's when we really got serious about the solar power discussion here. The project will basically be completed in two phases. We're starting at Plaza 1 and working our way across the lots to Plaza 2. The first thing we're going to be doing is removing all the rocks from the various islands around the Plaza 1 and Plaza 2 parking lots. Then we have to remove a lot of the trees. There are in excess of 100 trees that would ultimately end up underneath the canopy, so they're going to have to come out. A lot of these are very poor specimens to begin with because of the conditions in the parking lot. But there are some that are quite nice, and we have made arrangements to have them relocated elsewhere on campus. The first step that SunPower takes is to put up fencing to isolate the construction area, and then they're going to get right into excavating for the substantial foundations that will be required for the 100+ piers that have to be put in. As you can imagine, these solar panels and arrays want to act like sails, so some rather sizable foundation work needs to go in to securely anchor them to the ground. There also is a great deal of conduit work that has to be put beneath the ground for the electrical subsystem, and a fair amount of drainage work to make sure that the parking lots remain safe from the rainwater and snow that inevitably is going to pile up on top of these arrays. We're currently in the Phase 2 area. I'm standing next to a pile of what's called purlins. The purlins are the cross members that go between the various columns that support the pan deck, which in turn is supporting the solar arrays up on top of the canopy structure. We're moving along quite nicely right now. It's a progressive project. We are in various stages of construction at all times. We're in excavation. This is a combiner box. These boxes are located throughout the project on the underside of the canopies. The feeds from all the individual solar panels up on top of the canopy come to these combiner boxes, aggregate together, and then those DC connections go underground and then out to the inverter pads. From those combiner boxes, all those DC electrical feeds come to these various inverters, and they are what normalizes and aggregates all that DC power. This is the transformer, which is the last stop for the power before it heads back into the building. That 13,800 volts of AC power goes underground into Plaza 1, where it connects with the public utility feed, and then it's either used by us, which would be most of the time, or again on those rare occasions when we're net producing, electrons turn in the other direction and head out to the public grid for other people to use. This is a very sizable project in terms of impacts, both financially and for the environment. From an environmental perspective, this is a 2.5 megawatt solar farm that will reduce our electrical consumption by about 1/3. That's 1/3 less coal-fired plant electricity that this company is going to be using.
So this and other energy-saving projects we've undertaken over the past years reinforces our commitment to not only being an environmentally conscious corporate citizen, but our determination and ability to employ innovation and technology to address the challenges we face as a company, for our clients, our community, and society overall. Here we go.